You can see about the amazing images that we gave you.
You wrote.
Yeah, so need to go back.
I don't think Gabriel's connection is good.
Yeah, can you go back on the last slide?
What?
Can you go back
Go
on the
back
last
to
slide?
the previous slide.
I can video instead of.
Neem, go back to the second slide.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'll talk more. So for our project, we had a little trouble getting started. It took us a while to find a topic. We first decided that we wanted to do something like completely different, and then we researched a little bit and we came upon laughter. And through laughter, we started to research about it and found out that laughter lowers your blood pressure. So then we researched more and found out that that being afraid raises your blood pressure. So we decided on the research question how different emotions affect your blood pressure. So your blood pressure decreases due when you're laughing due to different hormones which relax you and make you less nervous, and your blood pressure increases due to adrenaline when you're nervous, as to as a mechanism for your body to like get back to its like normal state.
So this is our procedure. First, we asked our testee to rate how they feel out of 10. We then take their blood pressure and record it, and then we play them a scary video. We took their blood pressure, we did a funny video, and did the same. And the pictures are from the scary video. You can see the man hanging off the building, and a TED Talk that is funny by this woman. Okay.
so the materials that we used were we used the computer for the videos, and we used headphones because we tested the people in the library. Yeah, Robin doesn't like noise, and we we used the third one is a word that I know how to say, and that uh, uh, that measure your blood pressure, and you put this around your arm, and you can see you see this clock here. It shows you how much blood pressure you have, and the second and the fourth one, it's another word that I know how to say, and you connect the one to your arm here, and you can hear the blood pressure by releasing the air.
So after we started to collect data, the graph that we found the averages of the systolic and the diastolic pressure. The systolic pressure is how your blood is like exerting against your artery walls, and then your diastolic pressure is how much is your blood exerting while when your heart beat is resting, and the first one is when it's like starting to pump up. and so we found out that on your initial our hypothesis from the background was proven true, that on the initial after the resting breath pressure or the initial take was lower than after the scary video, but higher than after the funny video. So this meant that the so the person who we were testing had an effect from the video that we were showing, and the video we were showing, and like the testing that we did, so that our testing worked.
So, at analysis and conclusion, we concluded that blood pressure decreases when you are happy and when you laugh, and it does on the contrary, it goes up when you are scared. Our variables were resting blood pressure, so the initial blood pressure take, and then blood pressure after watching the scary video and the funny video.
So,
Wait, never mind. This is mine.
Jamie.
So the graph in the top right corner, as Ethan explained before, we asked how they felt from 1 to 10 before and after we took their blood pressure, and we did this to show that like the results weren't just random, and they actually did feel happy and they were laughing and they weren't as happy before. So that matches the results we got with the blood pressure. But we had some errors, such as it was hard to hear when we were taking the tests. Most of our testes were kids, and kids' blood pressures kind of range. So we think we would have gotten different results with the adults. It's like flu season, so some people could have had a cold, and they would have been sick, and that affects their blood pressure. And we didn't have much time. If we had more time, we could have had more tests.
Yeah, I want to add something, like kids' blood pressure is constantly changing rapidly, way more than adults, and only 2 of our tests were, so that would be a factor.
So we wanted to know how it was relevant now. And because of coronavirus, there's a lot of like stress in our world. So we thought if we continue to take our tests today, we would get different results, and that people would be more like stressed. And we thought that it was very important that we always keep happy and that we keep laughing in this stressful time.
Those are the sources.
Yeah,
that
the
we
laughter
use.
really is.
Those are the sources that we
Does
use.
anyone want to add anything to coronavirus?
Okay, so here are the sources that we use. We use those 5 at the top for basically mostly research for like why and how, like mostly to answer our research question. And the 2 below are for the scary video and funny video that we use for the test that we. Any questions?
Any questions?
Excellent.
Zach Lucan.
Our virtual classes. Yeah.
What did you mean when you said you had trouble hearing, like as an error in communication?
So testing blood pressure is not easy at all, and especially in a very loud atmosphere, I guess. So our data could have been affected by sometimes we had to average, like if someone got 130 over 90 and someone got 120 over 90, we would average it.
One more question. Sandy.
I was gonna ask when you said like rate their feelings out of 10. Like, what did you mean by that?
Like we just asked to rate like how did they feel on a scale from 1 to 10. 10 being like happy and 0 being like
Yeah,
like anxious.
Yeah.
yeah, like
sort of.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
Danny.
Sorry, I have a granola bar in my mouth. Let me just swallow really quickly. When you did the testing, you showed a scary video and a funny video to each person, right? Were the videos different per person, or did you show the same video to everyone?
Some like were harder to scare than others.
Video, approximately the same.
But
So
Or like
you did use different videos?
like didn't find.
Yeah, like we asked what they were scared
yeah,
of.
some were scared of heights, so we showed like a parkour video, or some were scared of like spiders.
Or
Okay.
like a
To
jump scare.
build off of that
We wanted
question.
to, like,
Yeah.
To build off that
we wanted
question,
to,
do you
like-
think that could have skewed your data in any sort
Yeah.
of way based on how you showed different videos to each person?
No, because I thought the point was that we got like when someone laughs, that's like the reaction that we're trying to test afterwards, and when someone's like afraid, like they like joke back and something like that. So I
Because your
think
data was
that if
based
we
on the reactions?
did show different videos, it would have more. Yeah,
Well,
like
some
Alright.
people
it
were
was,
more
we
scared
did it
than
after.
others.
Cool. Thanks.
Anyone else?
My virtual hand raising isn't working as a host, so I'm going to just speak since I don't see any other questions. So 2 things I'd love for you to expand on. The first, it's a really important point that I thought was helpful that most of your students, most of your testees were children, and that their blood pressure tends to vary. And I'm wondering if you could speak, just explain what defines children, if there's an age range or if it's by weight. I'm curious about that. And the next thing I'd love for you to expand on is how you worked to make each test constant. What were you controlling each time? I know when you mentioned a little bit about being in the library, and just if you couldn't be in the library, how you were trying to create a controlled environment.
So I can talk about the children. So I wouldn't really call them children, but like where you test on teenagers, which it's even more volatile than children. Actually, more volatile than children. Yeah, adolescents, which is so. I don't think there's a specific age range because I think it differs for individuals, and like there's definitely an age range, but it differs for individuals. So like based on your own body, on everyone else like
Yeah.
own body, and
If you're fit or not is also a factor. And for the second one, for the control, we really just try to find a quiet space. So like there wasn't much of a we just try to find a quiet space, which differed at times.
yeah, and we put on like the headphones so that it would only focus on like the video and not other stuff.
Yeah.
And we also had 2 people listening to each test, so we could
Yeah.
make it correct.
Thank you. That's helpful. Okay. So it's never easy to be first. That's a very classical ending. Thank you. And you did a good job, particularly given the circumstances of how difficult it is to present online and all the technical challenges that were faced. So I appreciate it. That was impressive. And I'm looking forward to transitioning to our next group. So will one of you, this is Sandy, Reagan, Ella, Eitan, Shayna. Can you, one of you share your screen and put it in present view?